case I don't make it through this.
You know, showing up as best as you can,
What I wanted to say
seeing how there's like there's an unknown way to do things, quote unquote God's way, and then there's an improper way. And obviously, you could have your own context of
is there's much to
proper,
think about.
but it's like there's
Um,
always a more proper way.
maybe one
Kind of
day.
like that saying, there's always a bigger fish out there, in the context of
The
there's
only
always
choice
a
we have
better sophistication out there. And we all have our
is
bad days,
what we still can.
we all have our good days. That's understandable. But I'm not telling
It's
anybody
good
to
to
do
know that
anything. I'm just saying there's an awareness of
I've had the show
this,
with the fire twice.
and we're
Once
going
for
through
the
that.
she goes,
And people could
"Is it okay to
obviously,
cancel
the
question mark
monkey
number when
mind,
she gives the energy?"
within its own
Jensen,
affiliation with distortion, it could think of something as something that it's not, right? So it's thinking of something as something it's not. And I'm like, they're in different avenues of agencies, they're gonna peep game anyways. So I'm just saying, like, I'm just kind of like saying on a whole different channel, this is where it was first, neutrally saying that. And obviously, you know, people from different walks of life, they could catch they could catch feelings on some, on just some miscellaneous shit, or maybe they could realize the fucking, the real path of shit and show some appreciation maybe, but you don't have to. Now obviously I don't look like, you know, great all the time, but it's not about the looks, you know, per se. Obviously it's about like what message and frequency are you showing up with to actually like fulfill your destiny, right? Or not, right? So like when I post that Pluto stuff, Vedic Pluto, in the recent post, I'm not telling anybody to do anything. I'm just saying like this is going to be a thing. We could have an awareness with that, and us putting it out in the universe, maybe it'll come back in what we could handle based on the particular order we're giving. And but we don't necessarily know the work that we've done, right? We've done our own work with it, and no one understands that. So it's up to the communicative effective speaker to, you know, make sense to what you're saying to another person, you know. So the communication that is like exceptional here is saying like, you know, people don't necessarily understand how the agreements could be broken, or agreements could have lies behind them. And I'm not saying I'm a perfect person. I'm just saying like if we don't attempt for perfection, then it won't be found, you know? So like I heard most of this chitter chatter shit before. Like I've heard it, you know? And this day's gonna pass, and at the end of the fucking century, I'm like the only one that first in line showed up with the original trendsetter shit and made the fucking change. So all my haters could just kick rocks forever. So and so it's bringing awareness, but obviously like as I'm bringing the awareness to the Pluto shit, obviously the fucking mechanics of the Matrix, which is not black and white, it's gonna do its own shit. And I'm just kind of like saying, hey, maybe like this is where like this is the new order, right? The quote in a context of it's a new order, like you're placing a food order, right? So if you're placing a food order, be careful what you place, because the order that you place, it'll come back in ways you might not be ready for, but you might be ready for it. It just depends on you and the mechanics. It's quote unquote you versus the Matrix, end quote. Thank you.